Welcome to the Art of Healing. I'm Dimitri the Poet, and today's episode, Visual Art and Emotional Release, invites us to step away from words and into color, shape, and motion. Because sometimes what we feel can't be spoken. It has to be drawn, smeared, torn, or layered. Today we'll explore how the act of creating visual art can help us process emotions that language leaves behind. When we make art, whether doodling, painting, or arranging collage pieces, something extraordinary happens in the brain. Scientists have found that creative visual activity increases connectivity between the area that processes emotions and the area that helps us regulate them. In other words, creating helps our emotions move from chaos to coherence. Art therapist Kathy Melcati calls the art of transformation using images to reorganize emotional energy. When people paint or collage, they often start off with tension or confusion. But through the process, through the colors, the textures, the simple act of making something settles. Art becomes a container that holds what's too big to hold inside. Yes, the brush, the line, the torn paper, each is a way for the nervous system to say, "Here, I found a place to rest." Visual art is a language of its own. Before we learn to write or speak, humans made marks on cave walls, traces of feeling, presence, survival. So when you pick up a crayon, when you swirl a watercolor, or tear a magazine page, you're not making art. You're remembering how to speak in the oldest tongue of the heart. Sometimes people tell me, "I can't draw," but I always remind them, we're not drawing to impress, we're drawing to express. Even a single color field or messy scribble can be deeply truthful. And there's freedom in that. The canvas doesn't care about perfection, only presence. Let's try a small exercise together. If you have some paper nearby, or even a napkin, or your tablet, grab it now. And choose a few colors. Crayons, markers, paints, whatever's within reach. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Without judging, let a color come to mind. Maybe it's sharp red, muted green, soft gray, or bright gold. Now assign each emotion you notice a color. Sadness, relief, hope, confusion, each with its own hue. Then begin to fill your page and let the colors overlap, collide, swirl, or blur. This is your mood map, a visual record of your inner landscape. You might notice shapes forming or none at all, and that's okay. The goal isn't beauty, it's honesty. And when you're done, take a moment to look at your map and notice, are there areas of calm, areas of tension? How do these colors talk to each other? This is an emotional release, not through analysis, but through expression. And you've translated feeling into form. Art invites what's unspoken to move, breathe, and shift shape. The act of creating, not the final image, is what heals. You might hang your mood map up somewhere private or paint over it tomorrow. What matters is the dialogue you begin between your hands and your heart. I often tell participants the canvas becomes a mirror for your nervous system. When you create, you're literally showing off your compassion through form. And yes, That is the miracle of art. It doesn't demand that we understand our emotions, only that we give them room to move. Now, next time, we'll dive deeper into the brain's creative pathways. We'll talk about flow and how creativity helps the brain rewire resilience. That's episode 4, The Creative Brain. Until then, let your colors speak, let them spill, blur, stain, and soothe. I'm Deemish the Poet, and this is The Art of Healing. Thank you for creating, thank you for listening, and thank you for being here.